and I am now one of her affiliates. So I am going live, and we should see Mara in the comments possibly, and she'll share to her page. So come on in and say hello, and let's use some of her products today. So welcome on in to my Facebook friends and my YouTube friends today. Good to see everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started and go ahead and paint our board. Y'all, it's raining here, and so if it gets loud, I apologize. Hopefully we keep power and internet and all those things. So y'all, this is just an inexpensive piece of wood that I got from Amazon. Now I will tell you, they're okay, but some of them are like, this one's cut a little bit at a wonky angle, and then some of them weren't that great. It was just some inexpensive wood pieces. So they're okay, but they would not be something I'd probably buy again just because I didn't really like it. Hey, good to see you. Is it Carter? Welcome on in. Hey, Carolyn, good afternoon, good afternoon. Hey, Kenzie, good afternoon. So we're gonna go ahead and finish painting this. And on YouTube, we welcome you here. As long as you are nice, we are glad to see you, okay? So we're gonna all be nice today because that's the way that it goes. All right, so we're gonna paint this board. My print is one that Mara has on her site. This is La Petite Paris, and you can find this on her site as well. Isn't that beautiful? Love the colors, just gorgeous colors. So the background has a little bit of some gray, a very light gray. And so I thought this gray looks really pretty with it, and it'll still allow me to do stencils and all those things. We'll put that on in a minute. Let's finish painting our gray. And I am using the Oreo cookie dough from Paint Pixie. So Mara does have some paint on her site as well. And let me tell y'all about the specials that she has. And you will always get her specials in an email. So if you will sign up for her email list, you'll always get that ahead of time. So she's having a stencil sale. So she's got stencils on sale. And that is stencil 20 is the wording. She also is having the Christmas in June now, so a little bit out of ahead of Christmas in July. Good afternoon, Amanda. Hello. Thank you. Thank you for being nice. I appreciate that. And because this is about creating and crafting and loving people. We're going to be nice and love on everybody. And so she has Christmas in June, so she's ahead of time. Y'all go grab. She has 40% off the IOD retired items. So oh, good to see you. Hey, sweetie. So I'm gonna show you a couple of things that I did with one of the books. And she also has a private membership that you can go and join. And go ahead and get those Christmas things. It's gonna come up quicker than we think. Get them while they're on sale. And these are a few things that she has that I wrote down. She has IOD molds and the inlays, pen tart, and then she has some bundles and some decoupage paper on there, the DIY paint and paint couture and pen tart and mica products crackle. So I do have the paint couture crackle set. This is the 1 and 2. I'm gonna tell you, I've used the pen tart, but Mary suggested maybe for me to try these, and I did, and I really like it. You're gonna do step 1, you really want it to dry a long time. So don't, if I do step 1 today, I may not do the entire thing, maybe just part of it. You wanna wait on your step 2. This needs to be completely dry. So I don't think I'll do 1 today because you do want to put a sealer on that first. All right, so that'll do that for you. So here's a couple of things I did with this. This is one of the books that's on sale right now. And that is the IOD. And this is the Winter Botanist. Okay, so we're fixing to do Christmas in July. You can do these for winter. Here's a little bird that came off of one of them that I used. So you've got these beautiful papers in here. Let me get this up, y'all. Just all kinds of nice papers you can use. So what I did is I took some of the birds that didn't have Christmas flowers and used those now. So isn't that a great deal? Yes, it's a nice book. And I love the way that it's got where you can use some, and they do sort of come out. if you have other pieces. So you've got this big piece here that could go on something, and then you can cut out what you want, and these are transfers. So this is a great book, and it has 8 sheets in it of different things, and then I'll show y'all a couple of things that I did with it. And that is, I took this bird, cut it off of one of the pages, and then I used one of her stencils and put a stencil on it. And this is another one. This one has some of the molds, and this is an IOD mold with the ribbon here, one of the little crosses, and a little bird. Just some little simple things. These are just little scrap wood, but that's something you could do right now with that book. So plan that, and then here's the IOD mold. Here's your, this is what also on the Christmas sale. There's your little ribbon. And then you've got some little tassels, and these here, it looks like Christmas berries, but to be honest with you, you can't really tell what kind of berries if you paint them a different color, or you just paint them a solid color and put some gold on there. Simple and easy. So that's some things that you can do with the mold as well. I'm just trying to help you save a little bit of money. Y'all be sure and use my link. If you're on YouTube, I'll put my link in afterwards. I ran out of time to do that. And then it is in Facebook. You will see that in my comments. So let's get our gray done. It is, how are y'all on weather today? It is raining here, and you know, a little burst of heavy rain and wind, and we had to take our flag in because the wind was beating it up out there. It was so windy. So I'm going to do a little bit more of that Oreo cookie dough. And I am using Paint Pixie paint because that's the paint that I have. You can use any paint you want. You can use, in the molds, Mara does have some clay. You can use the clay in those molds. Let's just get this painted up and finished, and that way we can get our print on and we can do something else with it. This is a brush also from Paint Pixie, but Mara does have some brushes too, I believe. So just check those out and check out the sales, but get on her email list because that's where you're going to find a lot of things sometimes ahead of time. She's going to send an email, and that way you can kind of keep up on it. So I think we about got this finished. Let's get our edges just a little bit. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Susie. Hey, Francis. Good to see you. And Francis, we're going to be nice today. And yes, my face is old. I appreciate that. I'm glad that I have those years that God gave me. Thank you so much. But this is going to be a platform that we're going to be nice, or otherwise I'll just take you out, okay? Because this is a crafting show today. So thank you for being here. All right, let's see who else is with me today. Hey, Lily. Good to see you. All right, so we got that. And one day you'll all be elders yourself, and you know what? You'll appreciate every one of those wrinkles and old face because the good Lord's giving you that time to live. So we are going to be talking about creating and doing something today. So that is what we will be doing on both platforms. Thank you. I just put a little bird. It kind of fell out, and put that back there. We're going to dry this up, and then we're going to put our piece on here. I know we're not able to see a lot of comments, just that you're watching. Absolutely, it's crazy. It's crazy on Mr. FB. Get this good and dry. It's almost dry. I can see just one little wet place right there. Let's turn on the iron too. See if it's plugged in. You may have to. I would do without the iron today because I don't think I think I unplugged it. It's all right. We'll make it work. All right, so let's just take a little bit of Mod Podge and put this on. Leave a little bit of room around it to put our stenciling. Hey Sandra, how are you today? Okay, we're going to put this right here. We're going to try to line it up, leave a little room on the sides, and I kind of just judge with the way looking at it, but I will measure and kind of make sure as well. I've done this so many times, I'm usually pretty close here. That's 2 inches. Yep, just a fuzz. Not much, pretty close. There we go, pretty close. All right, let's just put a little bit of our Mod Podge, and I'm gonna use a sponge because it's usually easier for me to put a little sponge under it. So let's just go ahead and do our top part here. You just want to, you don't want to heavy coat it. You just kind of a light coat will do. One thing I like about is that you can still move it a little bit. I do like to iron because the iron just completely takes the wrinkles out, but it's going to be fine because we're going to rub it with a bag, plastic bag. Okay. Now you can just take a sandwich bag or a freezer bag, whatever you have, and then you're just going to take your hand, you're going to rub it because the heat from your hand is going to help that stay down. Need a little bit more on the sides, but we got that pretty good there. So if you iron it, it will reactivate your glue. So let's put a little bit back up in here. And we're going to go ahead and put our edges down. Now, I do not go ahead and seal mine. Some people do. I feel like it's just too wet, and it sometimes will change your coloring or lift it back up. So I just do the edges, and then I just wait on doing the other part. If you're on Facebook, float me a heart. Let's see if it'll give us hearts. If you're on YouTube, please hit that little heart for me. Thank you. I appreciate the comments. I see one little thread right here. Let me get that. Now this does look like it's mulberry paper. So it tore very easily, and I do use a little ruler that I get from Amazon. And it's a set of 3, and they're called We Are Tear Guides. And you can use either side. You can slip your paper through here, or you can just hold it on the edge. And it makes a really nice tear on your edges, so it's not just a cut straight. Thank you for those hearts. All right, this is what we have so far. Isn't that beautiful? It's beautiful on its own, isn't it? All right, let me tell you what I'm kind of thinking. I'm going to do just a little bit of heat right there on that side because I do want a stencil. And kind of make sure that's good and dry there on the side. All right, we're going to stencil. I think we're going to use a couple of different ones. I'm kind of deciding. I've got like 3 stencils out. So these are all from Mara as well. I kind of have in mind to put our clock over here. This is the let's see what my name is on that one. Neo-Victorian. So I'm kind of thinking of putting the clock over here on the edge. I think that will be pretty. And then I do have some little flowers on here that are pretty, thinking about those. But I also have this. Now I don't want to cover all that up there, but I could use parts of the other, or I could use these right here. So I'm kind of thinking of putting those up there on the edge. What do you think? You like that idea? Use these, and you can turn them to both directions. I kind of like that. All right, let's first do our clock, and let's decide what color we're going to do that. Now I'm putting it right here at the edge because it's just showing you part of the clock. So, and I might just use this one. We'll just kind of see what we want to do. Kind of do your own, whatever you like. Thank you. Is it Harshford? Hello. Okay, so we're going to do that. Now let's decide on the color on that. I kind of am thinking possibly you could do a clock. You could do the gold. Could do the gold. The metallic. Could do metallic gold. So I'm kind of thinking that. And mixing it maybe with a little bit of color, because sometimes it does better if it has a little paint with your metallic. So let me look at that. Let's put some gold out here, and I might put gold on top. Kind of thinking I might do that. So let's do this in, let's do it in the glazed donut. Glazed donut. I think we'll do it in the glazed donut and put the gold on top. Let me grab that piece of tape that I have. It's better to either spray or tape a little bit. That'll give you a little bit of extra for your stencil. All right, we're going to stencil. I'm going to put that right there so it won't be too much on the paper. And let's just stencil this in. Now, when you're stenciling, you want to, you can swirl or you can tap. You want to put your paint on, and then you want to take some off on a paper towel, because you don't want a lot of paint in there. You don't want it to bleed, so you want a light coat. And we're just going to swirl it. Just going to swirl it just like this. Got a little paint right there, so I'm just grabbing that back instead of wasting. Let's see, we'll come out this far. And you don't have to do the whole stencil. You can just do parts that you want. So if there's just a part you want, just do it. And you can kind of tell when you start, if it's got a lot of paint in it, you will see that it's too dark. So just kind of swirl it, kind of lift it up, see if it's like you want. That's the best way. Make sure you've got what you want. And I'm okay if a little bit of that gear got in there. Looks good. Okay. And then you want to take, if you want to put another color on here, so now I'm going to put a little bit of the gold. So I'm going to dry that up just a little bit. Okay, Now I'm going to take this and I'm just going to move over. I'm going to go back to where I was, get it lined back up, and then I'm just going to move over just a little bit. And this is going to give it that gold. Give me just a sec. Let me get it lined back up and then move it again. And now we're going to have some gold. So I'm going to take this brush, and I'm using 24 karat gold from Paint Pixie. Welcome on in. Good to see you today. Hello, Peter. Hello. Thank you. All right, and then you're just going to dab off the same. You do not want a lot in your brush. So you're going back over, and it's going to kind of give it a little highlight. Now, I'm going to tell you that Mara does this really, really well, and she can do it quickly. And she taught me this, and I've started doing it. I'm doing pretty good at it. It's just going to give you a little bit of a highlight, a little bit of two colors there. Stenciling is not hard. You just want to make sure you do not have too much paint. That's the important thing, is not overloading the paint. Now you're going to lift it straight up, and now you'll see that we kind of have a double on your cloth there. This gives you a different little look there. You like that? I like it with the gold. That looks good. That looks good. Doesn't look too heavy. There's a little bit right here where I went a little bit outside that is kind of hard sometimes on stencils that have several things on it. You can go back and highlight that with some of your paint back on the background, or just leave it. It's art, y'all. It's art. So just let it go. And then I think we might put just some roses on here. Kind of liking that. Let me wipe that off a minute because I want to make sure we don't get any paint on our where we don't want it. So I'm just going to take a wipe, just kind of clean off that just a little bit here. And just kind of go ahead and get some off the surface. That'll also help you when you're cleaning up. Now, I use Awesome to clean my stencils. That's what Mary uses. Okay. So we got a little bit of that up. All right, let's try the roses now. Let's see. Sometimes you want to turn it around and do it a different direction. So you kind of just look at where you want to put them and how you want them. You can always turn your stencils around. They don't have to be exactly like they're on here. You do you, however you like it. I do like these little flowers too, so let's try. I like that little key. The little key is cool too, so I like that. I do like that. I think we'll do this here. Let's put this back here. Let's take our other tape and let's tape it here. Okay, let's see what color we want to do those. Now, another color that I did mix up was a little bit of green, and I made it a sage. I used sour apple and chocolate souffle and made my color. So if you don't have a paint color, you can mix your paints and do what you want. Hey Sue, good to see you. Hey Jeanette, welcome from our backroom creations. Y'all be sure and follow my friends if you're on Facebook. If you're not following them, Miss Jeanette, you will love her style and you'll love what she does. I think we'll put a little bit of pink in here, but these flowers are kind of pink, so I'm kind of thinking we'll mix a little bit of red velvet cake, which is more of a pinky red. Put a little bit of that on our palette, and that might blend in with this pink down here and be just what we need. So let's try that. I think this little key that's right here will be cute, and we might do it in the gold as well. So let's try this color and see how we like it. I'm just going to get this bigger brush. We'll move those over. Just want to get some off. You do not want a lot in here. Some people paint with a lot more than I do. I would rather do it light and go back if I need to. So we do have some leaves with this we can do in that green. I think I am going to take a, I may go ahead and do these, and then I see I'm running out a little bit right there, so I need to add some more. So I may have those too dark. I may have put too much. Let me grab another, I have another brush here. Let me grab this one. Let's grab this little smaller one and get in. See if we can get in right in here a little bit. And I don't like that one. It's a little dry. Let's see if I've got another one in here. There, this one's better. Let's get this smaller one. And let's go back in right in here. There we go. And you don't have to swirl. You can pounce it if you want. I feel like it does better for me just to swirl it. And yeah, listen, when you're stenciling, it doesn't have to be perfect either. Do not worry about perfection. Just, it should be not dark. It should be light in places. So it's okay if you don't get the same exact color all the way through at all. Let's get just a little bit more. It was Red Velvet Cake by Paint Pixie. Yes, it's kind of a pinky red. Got a little bit of pink in it, like your red velvet cake. When you make the red velvet cake, they kind of are pink. I hadn't made one of those in years. That sounds good. So I'm just going around these flowers, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of green, that green we have for the leaves. Right, like that. I like it though. I do like it. That's gonna be pretty. All right, so now let's do our green. And I'm just going to take this one, get that color out. It's not much in there. I'm gonna kind of wipe it out. And don't want to use a wet wipe because you want it dry. And I'm gonna take a little bit of that green that we mixed up. I'm gonna take a little of it off. We're gonna put it right here on our leaves. I'm hoping this is gonna come out pretty. You can always go back. You can lay your stencil back down if it doesn't come out exactly like you want, and you can redo it. So painting is just about fixing it if you have a problem. Good to see you today. Hello. So you can just go back and do your leaves now. There's one right here that kind of goes on top of here. You can put it on or you can leave it off. It is okay to stencil on top of your paper. All right, let's see if that came out good. Let's see, do we need this leaf here? I'm looking. I think we'll leave that one off. I think it'll be fine. And let's go ahead and put some gold on our key. So let me get that one back that we did our gold. And let's take it, get a little off. And we're just gonna make this the gold right here. And there's some little chains here, and I'm gonna do those as well. There's kind of some chains you would be using on this clock. You can also use this for, this stencil is also good for steampunk. So it'd do good for steampunk as well. So liking that, let's see how that looks. Let's take it off. You just want to lift it up. That doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. Now you're going to see a little bit in the background. That's part of the background of the picture. It's not where I got the paint out. It's just part of it. So that's looking good. I love that. Look. Isn't that pretty? So that was just a few stencils. Easy peasy, right? I like it. I like it. Well, I also thought about doing some other things. Let's see if I'm going to use, I do have a beautiful cross we could use as well. Deciding if I want to do that. If I want to put, I might put, I'm not going to put a bow on here, but I might put some molds on here. Let me kind of look at what we have and let's see if I want to do some of that. Sometimes I like to put a few molds on in the corners. I didn't get some leaves, but I could grab some. I love these roses here. Now you could put them over your roses and do a 3D effect if you want to. You could do that with some of your molding, or you can use it with it. This is another little piece that's pretty. That might be pretty somewhere. We'll kind of think of that. I'm kind of looking at the roses here, so give me a minute to kind of see if I think I want those. I'm not sure on that. I'm thinking it probably doesn't need those, so let's look at some jewels. I do have a couple of jewels here. I do like the gold. Let's see what else we have. I do have these too. These are really cute here, these little pieces. That piece would not match quite. I've got another, give me a minute. I'm just kind of looking at some little things I have here. See what I like. That's just a clear one. And then I've got another. These are different colors of pink, so those are kind of cute in the middle. And I have, let's see what else I got. So I kind of just play. Let's take the back off this and so I can see it a little bit better. Yeah, hey Beverly, thank you for sprinkling. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you, Jeanette. You're so sweet. Listen, Jeanette, if y'all want to go check her out, she makes all kinds of beautiful things out of material. She's also a floral designer. You will love her things. So go check it out. All right, I kind of like that one. I kind of like this pink, okay. And I like this jewel. I kind of like some of those. Here's a pearl. Don't like it as much. Whoop. And that's another one of the pinks. These pinks are okay. They blend. So that one or that one would be okay, or the clear one. So those are cute. Let's see what else we've got. We've got a little flower here as well. So some of the jewels would look pretty on here. I like some jewels. Just kind of seeing which ones I like, which ones I want. Kind of like some of those. I've got others. Let's see what else we've got. Let's see if we got some in here. Maybe, maybe not. There's little bees. Could put a little bee on there if you wanted one. I do have some little bees. Let me get one of these little bees out so y'all can see those. Here's a little bee. Y'all let me know if you like the little bee. Float me hard if you're on Facebook. Let me know if you like the little bee. The little bee would be cute. Let's see what else we got here. Not a whole lot in here right now. Whoop. I wasn't feeling that right now. I do like these though. I do like this one. Or I could use the little one. So I do like the little bee on there. That gives it a little whimsy. I do like the little jewel here. But I like it kind of up here. Then I thought about a tag for this, because I do love tags as well. So you could do some other things to your background, some more stenciling. You could do some wording. Let me look at the, let me see what else we've got we might put on there. I still like the idea of one of these up there on the edge. I kind of like that to fill that in. Doesn't have to have complete. You can just leave a little bit. So it's just totally up to you what you want to do. If you just want to add a little bit of something, you can do that. Or you can add, that other stencil might have something we want. Let's look at it. Kind of liking this little chain for the clock. So I think we'll do this little chain here, and let's do it in just the gold. Kind of liking that. Let's try that. Just a little something else for the edge. Let's get a little bit of paint off. Don't want to have too much here. Okay, let's do this. I'm just keeping my fingers on it. I think we'll go ahead and put this little piece right here. This just looks like a little gear or something. I'm just going to put a little bit of it. Maybe not all of it, maybe just part of it. Oh, I do. I like that. Had a little hair in my brush. Let's get it off. Oh, yeah, I like that. That just added a little bit of that right there. I like that. I think that's what we're going to do. So I like that. And let's decide on my jewels now. Let's dry this up a little bit. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. You can put your jewel over there. You like the little bee? You do. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Little bee for whimsy, that would be cute. And I do like these little pieces too, kind of in the middle of our flowers. So I do like those as well. Maybe not, maybe just a couple, maybe not all. Yeah, maybe the clear one. I kind of like the little jewels, just to give it a little something. Doesn't have to be a lot. Let's use some B7000. That's going to really make it stick. That's what you should use on your jewels. Hot glue's not going to hold it permanently. If you're wanting it to hold permanently, you definitely want to use the B7000. Well, good. I'm glad you do like it. Thank you. Now, you can put a little bit of your hot glue just to give it a temporary hold. So put your glue on, leave you some spots. Don't put glue on top of each other. It'll cancel it out, and sometimes it won't stick at all. So I'm gonna leave some places for some hot glue. These jewels came from, the bees came from Amazon, and these other ones that I'm showing you came from Paint Pixie. She has jewels. All right, let's put just a tad of hot glue. It's just gonna give us a little hold right now. Okay, we're gonna put our bee right here like it's flying up on the flower. I like that. And then these are gonna go on our other flowers. Careful with the hot glue, because these are little bitty small pieces. And you can burn yourself, so just get your very edge here. Okay, we'll put that one there. And this one's gonna go right here on that piece. Whoop, it was gonna go. I got my hot glue back off. Let me put a little bit back on. I accidentally touched it. It didn't burn too bad because I kind of let go of it quick. There we go. Now we've got those on. Kind of like that. Well, that's looking pretty. Now we could still put our jewel up here if we wanted to for something different. I'm not sure if I want that on there. And I don't know if I want something else on there. I think I'm kind of liking that the way it is. So you don't have to have something on everything. Let's put one of the little, let's put one of these little pink ones over here. And that'll just kind of give a little color to our clock. And that'll kind of set that off a little bit. So you could put some rhinestones on here. Let's see if we decide we want some rhinestones. We're going to look at the rhinestones too. Just kind of decorate it up just a little bit. And these have a gold, and we've got that gold, so we could definitely use some gold ones. I do have some gold. I kind of like the idea of the gold more so than I think the pink. I don't think the pink will show up. I think I like the gold. Let's get our tool. Let's see if this one will work. Get another one of these out. So I think I'll try these gold. Now I did get these from Amazon, so you can get these from Amazon. I have them in my store as well. So let's see. I don't want real big, but a little bit, maybe these. Let's see how these do. Let's put our hot tool back. And we're going to use the B7000 on these. Let's try these. Let's try these. Let's see where we might want to put a little bit of some rhinestones. How many of you love rhinestones? If you do, give me a heart and let me know. Good to see you. Hello. Thank you. Silver, good to see you. Sometimes I can't see the writing that far. Okay, let's just put a little bit on. You do, you love jewels. All right, let's see where we can put a little bit of our rhinestones. Just to put, you know, I kind of think a rhinestone, I don't know if it'll show up over here. Let's see. Let me get one. Not a whole lot on there. So let's put a little bit on our flowers. Let's just put a random, and y'all, this glue gets you yucky sometimes, and you just have to keep squeezing on it. It does have a little needle in it. And you usually can get it back in to kind of stab it a little bit. Don't mean that in a bad way. Just stick it in and try to get the glue going again. There we go. I'm just going to put a couple of jewels down in these flowers here, kind of in the middle of them, and let's see how that looks. Okay, let's put, now if they don't turn over, you just shake them in this. This came from Totally Dazzled. You can get them, I believe that they in Paint Pixie, I think she has seems like she's got a jewel set. Yes, she does. She has a jewel set that has some of these in it. You can check that out. That's one of my other affiliates, and her and Mara are friends, so it's okay. All right, let's see, where else did I put that other glue? I think right there. That's just going to give it a little shimmer right in there. Let's put a little bit right here. Now, if you do burn your finger on your heat tool, or your glue tool, you can put mustard, yellow mustard on your finger or wherever you burn your arm. And that, believe it or not, it works. I've used it. I've tried it. We did that when I was a kid, and I had forgotten about it till somebody mentioned it, and it definitely works. So give me just a sec to put a couple more and see how that looks. Yeah, I'm not getting a lot of comments in either place, but I do appreciate you being here. I kind of like it. I think maybe one, yes, I've already got glue there. Let's get one more. This just picks it up. This is the little picker. Oh, that kind of gives it a little good look there too. Let me show you that. You see right down in here, the flowers? That just gives it some sparkle. I do like that. Now you could put a few over in here if you wanted to, or you can put them somewhere else on your board. Let's put a few over here, and then I'm gonna let y'all go for the day because it's starting to rain heavy again. I don't know if y'all can hear it. With my microphone on, usually that kind of drowns it out. It's getting dark again, so I know it's fixing to come again. But as long as we don't have bad storms, I'm okay. They had some wind damage yesterday in one of the cities. So we did have some straight line winds, which are just as bad. Okay, let's get that on here. I am liking these down here. This is giving it another little element. And when you're creating, just do what you like, and have fun with it. It's all about having fun. A lot of people stress when they're creating. There's no sense in stressing. Just take it easy. If you don't like it, you know it's just paint. You can paint back over it. So easy peasy creating. No stress. Just enjoy. It should be enjoyable. You should be having a good time and having fun. I'll put a couple more right here. One right there. And one right here. Oh, I like that. I'm gonna get a little bit of those glue ookies off and blow those off and get off. I kind of like that. That gold just kind of gives it a little bit more look right there. And if I decide to, I could put some bigger gold ones around the clock. But that might be too much. So I don't want to have too much. I just want a little bit for some highlight. Let me show you what we have. I'm kind of digging it, kind of liking it so far. So what do y'all think? Give me a heart if you like it. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Beverly. I do. I like the jewels too. It just gave it a little bit of an extra accent. I do like over here too that it kind of blends these darker flowers, bring it out here. So, excuse me, y'all. I'm about to sneeze. Ugh. Sorry, y'all. It's the weather change. So, there we go. I hope that you enjoyed that and that you will go to Vintage Retail Therapy by Mara. That is the place to buy your items. My link will be on here on Facebook. You'll see it in the comments. On YouTube, I'll put it as soon as we get off. I'll put that in so that you can order there. And go and look at her sales because she's got a lot of things on discount right now, a lot of things on sale. And I hope that y'all enjoyed that today. Thank you. Hey, Jackie. Good to see you too. Hey, Chris. Hey, Sue and Teresa. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good to see you. So y'all have a wonderful and blessed rest of your day, and I will be on again soon. I'll be on this Saturday at an event, so you can watch me there. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and thank you for joining me. Thank y'all. Please subscribe.